What it do, bro? This is Chris B, and today's topic is about Rockford, Illinois, and what I think about it as a city and how it saved my life. How the city of Rockford saved my life. I mean, ever since 2020, when I moved to Chicago and lived there for 3 years. Before that, I was working 3 years as a dishwasher at the Marriott Hotel. COVID hit, freaking COVID hit. They was laying people off. They let me go due to that COVID BS. I fell in depression. I fell into depression. I wasn't motivated. I didn't want to work. I lost my mama and stuff in a car accident. And the only person that was there for me was my girlfriend, who is now my ex-girlfriend, who is now my baby mama now. We got a kid together. Now we about to have another one on the way and stuff like that. But when I was like down and stuff, ever since that ish happened with my mom and all, and not getting laid out for my job, she was the one that took me in. So all that money that I had with my dishwashing job at the Marriott, working in Texas, the city of Round Rock, the suburbs, well, it's Austin, Texas actually, North Austin. All that money I had, I saved enough money to take my butt to the Greyhound. Went on the Greyhound, took 9 buses from Austin all the way to Chicago. Lived in the Wild Hunnets for 3 years. Girlfriend welcomed me all with all open arms. I got to see and witness the city of Chicago, the Wild Hunnets, the West Pullman era, the whole Wild Hunters in South Indiana, the South Indiana era, the South Morgan, all that, South Morgan, Michigan Avenue, and all the streets that was there. West Roseland, the Roseland era that I was like living in near those areas in the Wild Hunters, the Roseland, West Roseland, West Pullman, surrounded by West Pullman. There's Inglewood and all of that Inglewood, Stony Island, y'all, all of like the neighborhoods that was surrounded about the Wild Hunters and stuff. I don't know about Stony Island though, but yeah, I was like in a situation where it was like real depressed and all that. Then like sometimes in 2022, like in the summer, me and my girl at that time, she was pregnant with my 1-year-old son and all that. We wound up shooting up to Georgia, Americus, Georgia, stayed there for a little bit. She had her baby in Americus. We had our baby in Americus, Georgia. Then we came right back to Chicago where, well, we was in Joliet for a little while. Then at the end of July, all of a sudden we was in Rockford. Then we broke up. I'm not gonna tell y'all the reason why we broke up. But we good now. She forgave me, I forgave her. I got baptized in Rockford. I go to this church not too far on Riverside called the New Zion Baptist Church. I got baptized on December the 3rd. After my regrets of what happened, I didn't feel right. I didn't feel right about my true self inside. I didn't feel right how the way I was treating my baby mama. I didn't feel right who is now pregnant, but I don't feel right how I treated her. I didn't feel like how the man I was becoming. So I felt like it was time for a change. Now that ever since I got this baptized, I could see growth in me. I could see growth in me. I could see change in me. And not only that, I could see that I now have this I have this strong relationship with God. I know that I've been like lacking on the Bible, but starting to this day, I'm gonna start reading the Bible every day so I could connect myself every day with the Most High. So I'm trying my best, my hardest to do what's right for God. So at the end of the day, and I got a good job working as a full-time dishwasher like I did when I was like in Texas at the time. It pays good, pays well. And before that, I was homeless, living in parks, sleeping on park benches. Had nothing but a blanket. Sometimes I would lay on concrete. It was even cold. I was sleeping through 19-degree weather, 20-degree weather, 30-degree weather, and all that, and all nine. Until this hotel job, and near downtown and all that, gave me an opportunity to be me, gave me a shot in life. Not only that, it saved me. It saved my life. Without the whole, and also, I'm just now bouncing back. I haven't had a job since 2020, ever since the COVID era. Now that I got a job now, working there for 2 months, going on 3, I could say that Rockford, Illinois saved my life. Saved my life. I'm back on track. I'm healthy as ever. Not only that, the New Zion Baptist Church also made me realize who I am now. Who I am. It changed me. It changed me to do better in life. It made me even more honest. I mean, I lie a little bit here and there, but it's just little lies. But at the same time, I'm starting to not lie anymore. I'm starting to not be sneaky anymore. I'm starting to do right by the Lord. And I'm starting to control my temper, my anger even more. I just feel like a new man ever since I got baptized on the 3rd of December. And I just rock and love the people of Rockford, Illinois. Not only that, I'm a resident here in state Illinois. I'm no longer a Texas resident, and got my Illinois state ID. And it's just being here for the past 6 months. Being here for 6 months now, I just really love it. I really could see myself being here for 10 years. Or for the rest of my life in the city of Rockford, Illinois. Yeah, it gets cold, it snows and all that in the Midwest, but at the end of the day, I'm from down south. I was born in Louisiana, Hammond, Louisiana. Grew up in Houston for the majority of my life. Spent some of my adulthood for 9 years in Round Rock, Texas. Then I moved, shoot myself out into Chicago, the Wild Hunnets, South Indiana Avenue by that Palmer Park. Spent there for 3 years. Had my son like in 2022. Towards the end of 2020, almost towards the end of 2022, but in the summertime of August, my 1-year-old son went right back to the Midwest. Joliet, spent some time in Joliet. Then I moved to Rockford. And ever since then, Rockford, Illinois made me a responsible, grown man. It made me what I am today, a man. it made me such a man that the things that I couldn't do in Texas, I couldn't grow. Rockford was the place, was the city of the place that made me grow as a man and it made me forget about my past in Texas. It made me forget about the immaturity side of me, the sexual side of me, and left and watched it all the way back to Texas. So at the end of the day, thank you, the city of Rockford, Illinois, for giving me another chance in life, and the better resources out here are so good to a point where it got me out of the slump. It got me out of the homelessness streets. It got me off the streets. But I recommend these people too. To the people that live in Rockford or trying to move in Rockford and is homeless on the streets of Rockford, I advise you, I recommend y'all do not go to Rockford Rescue Mission near downtown Rockford. To the people of Rockford Rescue Mission, y'all, because y'all didn't do ish. It's nothing but unclean people, rude people, disrespectful people. And the Rockford Rescue Mission should be shut down. Y'all don't help the homeless. Y'all don't do ish. Y'all don't do a damn thing. I forgive y'all. I still love y'all. In the end of the day, it said to love thy enemy. Love your enemy. So I don't really have no type of animosity. All I gotta say is, but I ain't got no animosity. But at the end of the day, in my head, it's F the Rockford Rescue Mission, because y'all don't do a damn thing. So my suggestion to y'all is go to the Carpenter's place. Go to Miss Carly's if y'all want food. There's plenty of food pantries in the downtown Rockford area. And not only that, you know what? I know it gets cold and all that, but you gotta learn how to know how to bundle up properly if you want to survive out here in the cold. I'd rather be in the streets than to go to a place like Rockford Rescue Mission and stuff like that. Rockford Rescue Mission ain't nothing but a broke down, messed up, run down homeless shelter full of 24-hour homeless shelter full of Satan, full of like demons. It's run by demons, run by stealers, thieves, run by demons, thieves, and unclean people, ungodly people that's not worth your time. It's not worth being around in that shelter. So I recommend to y'all, do not go. I don't recommend people go to shelters anyway. Stay on the streets. I know it's cold. Try your best as you can to stay warm. Find a church and all that. Get some resources and all that. And not only that, you can't stay in the streets for that long and all that, or in the parks like I was doing, sleeping in park benches, going to parks, sleeping in parks and all that. On West State, whether it was West State, Kilburn, Auburn, and all that, or East State, or all that in the whole nine. While y'all on the streets, think about your life. Have a phone, apply for jobs, and trust me, if the jobs call you back, do not ignore it. Do not pass it up. Don't pass it up. Give that job a call back. Set up an interview. Be humble at the interview. Don't tell them you homeless. And most of all, you gotta talk proper. you gotta want the job. And not only that, as soon as you do that, dress nice, dress appropriately. The carpenter's place, Miss Carr is gonna help you get you right with the whole dressing up nice and all that, make you look presentable and all that for an interview. And not only that, as soon as you do that, you in there, you're gonna start working, getting money, find yourself a good place, crib, an apartment, then boom, y'all all gravy. So, the city of Rockford, thank you for saving my life. And may God bless y'all. I also want to thank my co-workers for believing in me, my bosses for believing in me, my baby mama, not only that, my baby mama for the most part, most importantly, believe in me and all that too. She still cares, she still loves me even when we're not together. And not only that, I thank the Most High up there, which is God Himself, for getting me out the slum and for getting me out the streets, from the park benches, from the snow, sleeping in the snows, and all that for those past 2-3 months. So that's all I gotta say. I love y'all, Rockford. I love the whole city, Rockford, Illinois, and y'all have a blessed day, blessed night. Stay safe out there, stay warm, and most of all, always have God on your side, and you can't let Satan win. And God bless the homeless that stood out there sleeping in the park benches in the cold and in the snow. And please also, God bless the homeless that are struggling in them homeless shelters and not being treated right as human beings, as they should be treated as people, instead of people that look down on them just to put them down and to judge them about the situation they in, which is not right. At the end of the day, you can't judge. You can't have people judge you and all that. Because at the end of the day, them people don't know you. They just mad. They just mad because you different. And they just mad because karma, I believe that karma is real. So at the end of the day, you could be homeless. You could be in the same boat as that person. Once that person do good in life, start lifting himself up, start bettering himself up, get a good job, get an apartment. Always be kind. At the end of the day, always be kind to others. Always be nice to people. Because if you do that, good things gonna come right back to you. But if you judge people in a negative way, talk down on them because they're in a situation that they not in a good situation as you, karma gonna get back to you, and things gonna be bad. Bad things gonna happen back to you if you don't try your hardest to help that person, uplift that person, get back to his motivation or her motivation self. Then you're gonna be good. Be respectful, be kind, be humble, and stop. We need to stop as black folks, colors at that. We need to stop being assholes to one another. Because what this get us? It's not worth it. It doesn't get us nowhere. So, I love y'all. I love my Rockford people. I love Chicago people. My Chicago people stay at Stony Island. Shout out to Stony Island. Shout out to Inglewood, the Wild Hunnets, West Pullman, Roseland, West Roseland and all that. Inglewood, Old Block, 64th, 63rd. Shout out to the people up in the North Chicago area and all that, the rich ones and stuff. Shout out to Calumet City, Harvey, even though them not Chicago, them the suburbs. The reason why they called Calumet, Markham, Harvey, the cities they own and all that. Same county, but different name of cities. They not Chicago. Stony Island, shout out. Wild Hunnets, Roseland, the Rosen area, the West Rosen area, the West Pullman area, Stony Island, the Old Blocks area, the 64th, 63rd, the whole nine, everywhere in Chicago, Inglewood, Hyde Park, the West Garfield, the East Garfield, Austin area, Halsted, where it lost it. I'm just playing Halsted. Anywhere in the 79th, South Side. Shout out, I got nothing but love for the state of Illinois as a whole. Chicago and the city of Rockford, West Shop, the West State, East State, Kilburn, Auburn, Railroad Avenue, the whole 7th Street to the 11th Street, 6th Street, 5th Street, 4th, 3rd, 1st, 2nd Street, and all that. Shout out everywhere to the whole East State, the whole Charles Street. None but love. In Riverside, everywhere in Rockford. North Main Street, South Main Street, everywhere. All right, peace, one love.